Hello, everyone. I'm here with my son Rackson. We're doing a special interview for the magazine VIP 305, and he's going to interview me today.
Right.
So, Raxito, are you going to start?
Yeah, my first. All right. So my first question is, when did you realize that you wanted to write a book and publish?
Well, actually, that was an idea that came with someone that actually brought the idea that she saw in me the inspiration for me to put those tools and the ideas and the knowledge and the know-how for people out there in a book. So after that, I got very excited, and now that is something that is already up there, I still cannot believe it, and I'm very proud of myself. And actually, this is proof that anything or everything that you could imagine, dream of, or have in your mind can be possible.
And I wonder how was your life when you were married? Because I know coming from Cuba is not the same environment as here in America, and dealing with all those issues. So how was it?
Well, it was super different. It was very, very different to what you have right now. At your age in Cuba, I was dreaming of everything that you already have. And sometimes that's not that good, because that doesn't make you have the commitment or the necessity to, push yourself forward. And I always tell you, try to find something that makes you have a commitment, that makes you happy, but at the same time motivates you. And, when I was your age, it was very different, but it's still, always a good part of every stage.
You would say being born in Cuba and being raised there contributes to why you give back so much and why you like helping others?
Yes, because I know what it's not to have anything. So that's what, when you grow up in a place where there's a lot of limitations, and when you have abundance, well, you want to give back because you were once in that position, and you want to kind of avoid people to struggle that much. So for me to give back or to give is something that makes me really happy. It's one of my priorities in life.
And me being your son and seeing some of your life experiences, what would you say is your hardest life experience that you've gone through through your whole life?
The hardest life experience, I cannot tell you there's a hardest. It's a constant. Life is something that it goes up and down. Hardest, I cannot say the hardest, because for me, health is one of the principal things, and we are very lucky to be healthy. I would say related to financial stuff, business, and that with the ups and downs. I cannot find something that would really, really put me in a position where I have been lost or anything like that. But yes, as you see me always, I have a positive attitude. It's just I try not to doubt myself, and it's a constant process.
And you wrote a book, so I would say that you have a lot of knowledge and information to share with the world. If there's one thing that you would want to leave me with, a life lesson, just maybe not me, just young people in general, and to help them achieve their goals, what would it be?
El mayor consejo que le puedo dar a los jóvenes es que crean en sí, que tengan ese commitment, ese compromiso con su persona, que nadie y ni nada los haga nunca dudar de lo que pueden ser capaces de hacer y crear. Porque una de las cosas que más veo es que los jóvenes y las personas en general dudan mucho de su capacidad, están en reyección, su mente no acepta sus capacidades, y entonces eso los hace dudar de su persona, o cualquier comentario o cualquier, vamos a decir, crítica, los hace dudar de su capacidad. And that's something that I always say, believe in yourself. If nobody does, you do believe in yourself.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know you made a book till 2 days ago.
2 days ago, I think that's exagerado.
Yeah, no, I actually didn't know. So I'm wondering, how did you feel when you first saw your book published, that you can go on Amazon and buy it and actually have the copy in your hands and read it?
I feel proud. I feel proud of myself. And every time I see the book, I read it, and with the feedback I'm getting from people, I have a lot of people telling me, oh my God, I started reading it and I can't stop. And that, it's it makes me happy. It really makes me believe more in myself and my capacity and everything, the greatness that I can create.
And out of all your accomplishments, which one would you think is the one that makes you the proudest?
Well, the proudest it's having you and your sister. That's that. I mean, there's nothing, there's not success, nothing that will compare to the satisfaction of having you, and you know your story, and you know how hard I fight for you to have you, and your sister too. So for me, that's the greatest success I have in life. The rest is commitment, is it's creer en uno mismo, es desarrollar tus habilidades, pero el éxito como tal para mí es ser feliz, y ser feliz para mí es estar rodeada y poder darle una vida placentera a ti y a tu hermana, que son lo más grande en mi vida.
I mean, yeah, I know I'm the best son in the world. So.
Yes, you are.
So, like, how would you like me to carry on your legacy?
How I want you to carry on my legacy, to serve, give. Because as I always tell you, be always the one to be able to give, and you will receive in abundance.
And if you could have dinner with one person, dead or alive, like, just have a conversation with them, not just have dinner, like, talk to them, get to know their story, learn things, who would it be?
Okay, someone that I admire because of how she went for being criticized, people doubting of what she could do, people like changing her story around. It's Kim Kardashian. So, and she have built an empire, a billionaire empire. She's one of the few women to be on the billionaire list. So I think she has shown what become something great is. Like she became an attorney, she's in television, she's an entrepreneur, she does everything, and everyone, the world, doubted that she could do all of that. So I admire her, and I will love to have a dinner with her.
And would you want to be one of the next female billionaires?
Yes, I will. This is Camino al Millón. The next one is Camino, the way to the billion. Camino al Millón.
Well, that's a fire name. Have you ever doubted yourself, though?
No, I have felt dismotivated. Sometimes that's something human. But I immediately fight with that. But I never doubt of myself.
And what keeps you motivated?
You keep me motivated. Your sister keeps me motivated, because I have to be the best version of myself for me and for you guys, especially for you and your sister. So you and your sister are the ones that keep me trying to show the best version of myself, trying to create an impact in society, trying to be someone proactive, someone that can serve, that can motivate, and that can make a difference.
And like, what mistakes do you think you've made going on, and how has those mistakes helped you?
Well, a lot of mistakes. Everyone, makes mistakes. The important thing is to realize what doesn't work, and, reinvent yourself, change what doesn't work. But, mistakes, we all commit mistakes. We all make mistakes.
With the last question, like, what's one thing you want me to learn from you, and like really resonate with that and really practice it moving forward in my life?
To be committed, disciplined, and believe in yourself. Like, always believe in yourself. Do not doubt about what you are capable to do. And I tell you a lot, because you're someone that have a lot of, not because you're my son, but I know you have a lot of potential, but you doubt of yourself a lot. And I constantly telling you, believe in yourself. There is a lot of moments where I have shown you that what you didn't believe it was possible, I made it happen. And I went back to you and told you, see, you didn't believe it could be done, it's done. And you know that. So that's one thing I want you to keep working on yourself, to believe in yourself, to believe everything that you dream of, it's possible. The limitations are placed in your head by yourself. So that's something that I usually constantly try to work to help you. Believe in yourself, believe in yourself.
That's it, I don't have any more questions.
You don't have any, so this interview is over?
That's it.
Okay, it was easy. Thank you, Rackson.
You're welcome.
And thank you to V305 for giving us this opportunity.